Okay, so my screen is visible to you all.
It's visible, ma'am.
Okay. So first of all, I'll give you description of your task one. Okay, which is the intern will learn foundational Python concepts such as variable, data types, loops, and functions. And your responsibility is to study the Python syntax. Okay, and you have to practice the writing basic scripts to perform the arithmetic operations, and you have to manipulate strings. Okay, and you have to gain familiarity with the common data structure, which is list, dictionary, and tuple. Okay, so this is your description and responsibility. So this description and responsibility PDF will be shared in your WhatsApp group, okay, after this class. So now I'm going to share my Python Jupyter screen. Okay, so yes, so first we'll learn about the variables. Okay, what is variable? These are the basics of Python. Okay, just to know who knows the Python better or not. Okay, so first is your variables. Okay, so variables are used to store data values. Okay, variables are used to store data values, and you can assign a value to a variable using the equal sign. You can assign a value to a variable by using this equal sign. Okay, variable names can start with a letter or an underscore. Okay, but not a number. Variable name C can start with a name or with a underscore. Okay, but it cannot be start with a number. Okay, you can't use here 1 2 3. Okay, so here syntax is you have to use the variable name, then equals to, you have to use the equal sign, then you have to give its value here. Okay, so here are the examples of your variable. Here name, age, is underscore student is your variable, and these are your values. Okay, and this is your equal sign for assigning the value to your variable. Okay, now comes the data type. So common data types in Python include int, which is integer, okay, which contains whole numbers. Float, float is for floating point number, okay, means numbers with a decimal point. Then comes str, which is string, string means text part, okay. Then comes bool, which is boolean, means the answer will be in true or false only, okay. Also, you can check the data type of a variable. You can check the data type. These are all variables, which is num, py, message. So you can check the data type of these variables using the type function. Using the type function. Okay. So this is your first variable, and its type, data type is integer. Okay. 10 is your integer part, whole number. Then this is your second variable, and this is your floating point number 3.14. Here is decimal, means this is your floating point. Okay, then comes message, this is your string part. Okay, text part. Then comes is underscore valid, this is your boolean data type, which contains true value. Okay, now to check the data type of your num variable, you can use this print statement, which says print type num. Okay, this is the function you have to use, and here shows the answer, which is class is int. Here means data type of num variable is int here. Okay, so this is your basic data type, common data types. Now comes the loops. There are two loops, which is for loop and while loop. Okay, for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. Okay, whether it is list, tuple, or string. So syntax for for loop is you have to use for item, okay, item name, and you have to mention the sequence, then you have to mention the code. Okay, then comes the while loop. So while loop executes a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Okay, so its syntax is while, then you have to mention the condition. Okay, then you have to mention the code block. Then comes the functions part. So functions are blocks of code that only run when called. Okay. So you can pass data known as parameter. So this is your parameter. Okay. Into a function. Function can return data as a result. So it can return a data as a result. Okay. So this is your syntax for the function. You have to use def keyword. Okay. Then you have to mention the function name, and here inside the parenthesis you have to mention the parenthesis, which we call later, and your function will work. Okay, then comes the code block. You have to use the code block, then you have to use return result. Okay, so your result will be there. So this is your example of your function, which is def keyword, greet is the function name, and here name is the parameter. Okay, and return is hello. This is your string part. It will return as it is. Okay, because this is your string part. Plus here means concatenate. Concatenate means we are merging these two. Okay, so plus name, here name is parameter. Okay, so here print. Okay, print statement. Greet, here we call the function. Here we call the function, and inside the parenthesis we pass the parameter which is alive. So it means hello comma alive. So your result is hello comma alive. So this is how function will work. Okay, so these are the basics, which is variables, data types, loops and functions. Okay, so these are the basics, just to know that you know basics or not. Okay, now comes the main part. Okay, which you have to share the screenshot. Okay, this you have to create. Okay, and you have to take screenshot of the code and the output. Okay, and you have to share on the LinkedIn. Also on GitHub you have to go in the file and you have to download this. Okay, and that downloaded file you have to post on GitHub. Okay, so this you have to do basically. So here, well, this is not necessary. Okay, Panda library. So here first of all we'll have to create a list. Okay, so anyone tell me what is list here? Anyone, what is list here? Anyone?
Assigning more than one values for a single variable.
Okay, and it is mutable or immutable?
A list is a sequence of data.
Yes, it is mutable or immutable?
It is mutable. Mutable.
Okay, okay, okay. So see, list can store a sequence of values belonging to any type. Okay, and we can create a list in the square bracket. This is your square bracket. Okay, and list is mutable, means you can modify the list. Okay, so this is your variable. You have this is your variable. You have to first create variable. Okay, here is my underscore list. Then you have to use equal sign. Okay, then in square brackets you have to mention the elements of your list, which is here I have created, and the elements in my list is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now to, and then you have to perform the basic operation, which is adding, removing and modifying. Okay, so here first is adding an element to the list. So how to add an element to your list? You have to use first variable my underscore list, then dot append function. Okay, you have to use append function, and inside the parenthesis you have to mention the element that you want to append in your created list. So here 6 will be append in the last of your created list. Okay, this is how you can add an element to your list. Now second comes in removing an element from the list. So how to remove an element from the list? You have to use dot remove function. Okay, and inside the parenthesis here I have mentioned 3, means 3 will be removed from our created list. Okay, then comes the modifying an element in the list. So here my list, and inside the square bracket I have written 0 equals to 10. So this 0 signifies the index value. Okay, index value is the position of your elements. Basically 1 is at the 0 index, 2 is at the 1 index, 3 is at the 2 index. So basically your indexes values are start from 0 from left to right. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so on. Okay, and from right to left your indexes are start from -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. Okay, so your 0 signifies that 0 states that at the position of 1 we going to replace 1 with a value of 10. Okay, so we'll modify. This is how we can modify an element. So another function which is inserting an element in our list. So basically append function will only append the element in your created list in the end. Okay, so if you want to add an element in the particular position, So you have to use insert function for this. Okay, you have to use insert function. Then you have to mention the position index value, means at the second index value, means 0 1 2 here. Okay, here. So at the position of 2 you have to add high. This is your string. Okay, you have to add high. So now we'll print the updated list. This is the print statement. Okay, comma, you have to call the variable my underscore list. So this is your updated list. Now we'll check all the operations, which is append 6. 6 is appended here. Remove 3. 3 is removed from here. At the position of 1, 1 is replaced by 10. Then second, at this second index, 0 1 2 high is there. Okay, so this is your updated list. Okay, now comes a dictionary part. So anyone, what is dictionary? What is dictionary? This is the basic data structure. Anyone, what is dictionary?
To find a meaning of something,
What is dictionary? Sorry, this is not.
a book which has a meaning of some synonyms.
No. Ah, no, not that dictionary. The data structure.
Yes. Dictionary is used to store data values.
Okay. See, basically, dictionary is an unordered collection of some key value pairs. Okay. These are key value pairs. So this is another data structure in Python. Okay, so list is your data structure in Python. Dictionary is another data structure in your Python language. Okay, so dictionary is an unordered collection of some key value pairs, and it is also mutable. Mutable means you can modify it, you can add or delete the value in your created dictionary. Okay, and we create dictionary in curly braces. This is the curly braces. Okay, so same again, you have to mention the variable name. Okay, you have to use any variable name, it depends on you. Okay, then equal sign, then curly braces, you have to first mention the key. Okay, in inverted commas. So this is your name, then you have to column, then this is your value. Okay, so this is your first key and this is your value corresponds to this key. Okay, so this is your first key value, this key and value, key value, then comma, then you have to add your key, next key, then this is your numeric value, so it is not in the inverted comma. So this is your 25, then comma, this is your city, third key, and this is your value of your third key. Okay, so this is first key value pair, this is second key value pair, and this is your third key value pair. Okay, so this is your dictionary. So how to add a key value pair to the dictionary? So you have to use the variable name, and inside the bracket you have to mention the key that you want to add in your dictionary. Okay, then equals to sign, then you have to mention your value, means gender key and its value will be going to add in your dictionary, created dictionary. Okay, now comes the removing a key value pair from the dictionary. So you have to use del function for it, my underscore date, and here we mention age, means each column will be removed from your created dictionary. Okay, now comes the modifying a value in the dictionary. So here inside the bracket I've used the city. City key is already there. Okay, and here I am modifying its value, and here I am setting the value which is Mumbai. It means Delhi will be replaced by the Mumbai now. Okay, now we'll print the updated dictionary, same syntax. So now we'll check all the answer. Here is our updated dictionary. Gender male key value pair is added here. Age key value pair is deleted from here. Okay, city Delhi is replaced by Mumbai. Okay, so all the operations are done. Okay, now comes the tuple part basically. Okay, so what is tuple first? See, basically tuple in Python is an ordered collection of elements. Okay, and we can create tuple in the parenthesis. This is the parenthesis. Okay, Tuples are similar to lists, but it is immutable. Okay, immutable means you change cannot change once the tuple is created. You cannot add, remove, okay, from tuple. But but we are using the three operation. Now we'll see how we'll do these three operations now. Okay, first of all we have to create a variable, and inside the parenthesis you have to mention the elements of your tuple. So these are the three elements, which is 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, now we'll add a new element to the tuple. Okay, so basically tuples are immutable, so you cannot directly add element to a tuple. Okay, however you can concatenate. This is your, however you can concatenate tuple to create a new tuple with additional element. This is your additional element. So you what you have to do, you have to concatenate this element, means you are merging it. Okay, in the proper language you are merging and not adding. Okay, but indirectly you are adding it. Okay, so here you have to mention a new element, which is here 4. So you have to make another new variable, which is updated tuple. Okay, then here you are calling the original tuple. Okay, you are calling the original tuple, plus means concatenate. Okay, means merging, and then you are calling the new element. So here the answer will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so this is your updated tuple till here. Okay, now comes in removing an element. So since tuples are immutable, you cannot remove element directly, so you would need to create a new tuple without the element you want to remove. Okay, you cannot mention the direct element that you want to remove. You will need to create a new tuple for it. So here is the updated tuple. Okay, here original tuple is saying index is till 1. Okay, means 1 and 2 will come. Okay, plus original tuple till 2. Okay, means the original tuple will come till here. Okay, original tuple will come till here. So it is containing all the elements, okay, of this 1, 2, 3, and your fourth element, which is updated here, it will be removed. Okay, now comes the modifying an element in the tuple. So same answer, as tuples are immutable, you cannot directly modify element. You would need to create a new tuple with the modified element. Okay, so this is a modifier element, which is web 5. So now we'll update the tuple, original tuple, okay, till 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this is your, it will only contain the 0, 1. Okay, plus modified element, which is 5. 5 is here, plus original tuple. After 3 there is nothing. Okay, that is already removed. So your printed updated tuple is 1, 2, 5. Okay, so this is your updated tuple. So basically this is all your task 1. Okay, which is you have to create a list. Okay, you have to create a list, and then you have to perform all the three operation, which is adding, removing and modifying. Also you have to use insert function. Okay, then you have to print the updated list. Then second is you have to create a dictionary. Then you have to do same three operation, which is adding, removing and modifying. Similarly for tuple, you have to create a tuple, then you have to perform adding, removing and modifying operations in tuple. Then you have to print updated tuple, print updated dictionary and print updated list. Okay, so this was all your task 1. This was the basic. Okay, this you don't have to do. Okay, and basically you have to do this task. Okay, so I hope these are the basic